Silence should feel peaceful, but for many people, it feels slightly uncomfortable. Nothing is wrong, no problem needs solving, and still, the body doesn't settle. So you reach for something, a sound, a screen, a task. And if that pattern goes unnoticed, you can spend your whole life mistaking quiet for emptiness. You finally get the thing you thought you wanted. No urgency, no demand. No one asking anything from you. The room is calm, the day is open. But instead of relief, something feels slightly unfamiliar. Not dramatic, not painful, just hard to sit inside. This pattern is not a conscious choice. It is something the body learned over time. The brain does not only look for comfort, it looks for predictability. And pressure, strangely enough, often provides that. Pressure gives the system a signal. This matters. Move here. Pay attention. Silence gives fewer signals. So instead of relaxing, the mind can start scanning. Not because quiet is dangerous, but because quiet is undefined. Think of it like a radio. Pressure is a station your system already recognizes. Silence can feel like the static between stations. Over time, the body learns something subtle. Moments of stress often arrive with direction. Moments of quiet sometimes arrive with uncertainty. So the system slowly absorbs a confusing lesson. Calm does not always feel safe, and pressure does not always feel bad. People tend to respond to this in two different ways. Some fill the silence immediately. They play something in the background, check their phone, create small tasks, keep the day moving. Not because they love noise, but because movement feels easier than undefined space. Others go the opposite way. They become still, but not peaceful. They withdraw, drift, feel flat, and quietly lose orientation. Because when silence is not trusted, it does not feel like rest. It feels like the absence of structure. And for some people, pressure slowly becomes part of identity. Not because stress is noble, but because being under demand has long been the clearest way to feel where they stand. When this pattern goes unnoticed, a few things often begin to happen. You keep background noise on even when you do not need it. You check for messages that are not there. You invent small deadlines to make the day feel real. Or you stay busy longer than necessary because stopping feels strangely harder than continuing. Not because you enjoy chaos, but because the system still does not fully trust quiet. What this really means is simple. Silence feels strange to the brain when the brain learned to orient through pressure. That response is not wisdom, and it is not failure. It is adaptation. The body got used to demand, and now calm feels less readable. So the discomfort is not always a sign that something is missing. Sometimes it is only a sign that the system does not yet know how to interpret stillness. And that matters. Because if you misread that feeling, you may spend years filling quiet with things that were never necessary. The next time a room becomes quiet, notice your first movement. Not your first thought, your first movement. Do you reach for sound? For a screen? For a task? That reflex often tells you more than your explanation does. If this hit you, watch this next. Why life feels empty without direction.